Have you ever wondered what's up in the sky? Maybe aliens, stars, planets, comets, asteroids, galaxies. Have you ever heard about our incredible solar system that support our life? If not, are you curious to learn about solar system and its members? Well, I am going to briefly explain about the members and the visitors of our solar system. The universe is defined as all of space and time, along with all matter and energy, and the physical processes and constants that govern them. It is understood to have originated from the Big Bang, an event of rapid expansion that occurred approximately 13.8 billion years ago, and has been expanding ever since. While visible matter makes up only a small fraction of the universe, the majority is composed of mysterious dark matter and energy. The observable universe is the portion of the universe that we can see or detect, and its current estimated radius is about 46.5 billion light-years, and it contains billions of galaxies, each with billions of stars and potentially planets. The Milky Way is a barred spiral galaxy that contains our solar system, is about 100,000 light-years in diameter, and contains an estimated 200 to 400 billion stars. From Earth, it appears as a hazy milky band of light across the night sky, a view of its central disk seen from edge on. Our solar system is located in one of the spiral arms, about 2/3 of the way from the galactic center, and it takes the Sun approximately 240 million years to complete one orbit. The Milky Way is part of a cluster of galaxies known as the Local Group, which includes more than 50 other galaxies. And our nearest large galactic neighbor is the Andromeda Galaxy. The solar system is the Sun and all objects that orbit it, including the planets, dwarf planets, moons, asteroids, and comets. Formed about 4.6 billion years ago from a cloud of gas and dust, its structure is dominated by the Sun, which makes up over 99% of the system's mass and whose gravity holds everything together. Our solar system is located in a spiral arm of the Milky Way galaxy, and it orbits the galactic center. The Sun is a star at the center of the solar system that provides light and heat. The 8 planets are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. There are hundreds of natural satellites orbit the planets, and Mercury and Venus are the only planets without moons. There are 5 officially recognized dwarf planets, and they are Ceres, Pluto, Haumea, Makemake, and Eris. The solar system also contains millions of asteroids, comets, and meteoroids. Our solar system is often divided into the inner solar system, with Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, and the asteroid belt, and the outer solar system with Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and the Kuiper belt. The solar system structure is roughly elliptical due to the likely way it formed from a supernova shock to a flattened, spinning disk of gas and dust called the solar nebula. The Sun is the star at the center of our solar system, a massive ball of hot plasma that provides Earth with light and heat through nuclear fusion reactions in its core. It is the dominant body in the solar system, containing over 99% of its mass, and its gravity holds all the planets in orbit. The Sun is almost 93 million miles, or 150 million kilometers away from the Earth, and life on Earth depends on the Sun's energy for photosynthesis and to regulate climate, weather, and ocean currents. The Sun is a yellow dwarf star and an ordinary star within the Milky Way galaxy, and it is approximately 4.6 billion years old. Its energy comes from nuclear fusion, where hydrogen atoms combine to form helium atoms in its core. The temperature at the surface of the Sun is about 10,000 Fahrenheit, or 5,600 Celsius. The temperature rises from the surface of the Sun inward towards the very hot center of the Sun, where it reaches about 27 million Fahrenheit, or 15 million Celsius. The temperature of the Sun also rises from the surface outward into the solar atmosphere. The uppermost layer of the solar atmosphere, called the corona, reaches temperatures of millions of degrees. The corona is the bright halo of light that can be seen during a total solar eclipse. The Sun has no solid surface, it is a giant ball of plasma. The visible surface is called the photosphere, a turbulent layer where features like sunspots and granulation are visible. This layer is the boundary between the Sun's interior and its outer atmosphere, which includes the chromosphere and the corona. Sunspots are the dark, planet-sized areas caused by magnetic activity, and granulation is the honeycomb-like pattern of bright cells with darker borders, and faculae is the bright areas surrounding sunspots. Mercury is the smallest and innermost planet in our solar system, with a diameter only slightly larger than Earth's moon, known for its rapid orbit of 88 Earth days, a surface similar to Earth's moon, and extreme temperature fluctuations due to its thin atmosphere or temporary exosphere, which cannot retain heat. The exosphere is not a true atmosphere, but a collection of atoms, blasted off the surface by the solar wind, and micrometeoroids. It is a rocky planet with a very large iron core that makes up about 75% of its diameter, and its density is second only to Earth's. Mercury's surface is gray, heavily cratered from meteorite impacts, and it has long cliffs called scarps that formed as the planet's interior cooled and shrank. Mercury has no moons, likely because of the Sun's gravitational pull and due to its position in the solar system. A solar day on Mercury is about 176 Earth days, longer than its year, and the planet takes 58.6 Earth days to complete one rotation. Because Mercury is always close to the Sun in the sky, it is only visible for a short period before sunrise or after sunset. Mercury has a composition of roughly 42% oxygen, 29% sodium, 22% hydrogen, and other elements like helium, potassium, calcium, and magnesium. Mercury's geological history began with its formation and core mantle differentiation, followed by intense early bombardment that created major basins like the Caloris Basin. Volcanic activity later filled some of these basins with smooth plains. Since then, the planet has cooled, contracted, and developed a crustal surface, covered in impact craters, tectonic features like scarps, and an ice-rich polar region. Mercury formed around 4.5 billion years ago from the accretion of gas and dust in the early solar nebula. Venus is the second planet from the Sun, and Earth's closest neighbor. It is the hottest planet in the solar system because its thick, carbon dioxide-rich atmosphere traps heat in a runaway greenhouse effect, creating surface temperatures hot enough to melt lead. Its slow, backward rotation means a day on Venus is longer than its year. Venus is a rocky, terrestrial planet with a diameter about 95% that of Earth's, leading to the twin comparison. It has a similar core, mantle, and crust to the Earth. The average surface temperature is approximately 464 degrees Celsius, or 867 degrees Fahrenheit. Venus has an iron and nickel core, a rocky mantle, and a thick atmosphere, composed mainly of carbon dioxide 96.5% and nitrogen 3.5%, with trace amounts of sulfur dioxide, argon, and water vapor, which create an intense surface pressure and the scorching heat. The planet rotates very slowly, and in the opposite direction to most other planets. A single day on Venus lasts about 243 Earth days, while its year is about 225 Earth days. The surface is active with volcanoes and mountains, though its dense clouds obscure the view. Sulfuric acid rain occurs in the upper atmosphere, but evaporates before reaching the ground. While the surface is inhospitable, temperatures and pressures about 50 kilometers or 30 miles above the surface might be suitable for certain types of microbial life, though the atmosphere is still a harsh environment. Like Mercury, Venus also has no moons. Venus is often the brightest and shiniest object in the night sky after the moon, and is called the morning star or evening star because it is seen close to the sun. The Earth, or the miracle planet in the solar system, maybe in the Milky Way or even in the universe, is the only planet with confirmed life so far. Earth formed about 4.54 billion years ago through a process called accretion, where dust and gas in a solar nebula clumped together under gravity to form planetesimals, which then collided to form the planet. The young Earth was a molten, hot sphere, and a massive collision with a Mars-sized body is thought to have formed the Moon. As the planet cooled, volcanic activity released gases to form the first atmosphere, and water was delivered by comets and asteroids, or was already present to form the oceans. Earth has four main layers: the crust, the mantle, the outer core, and the inner core. The crust is the thin, rocky outer layer we live on, while the mantle is a thick layer of hot, solid rock beneath it. The outer core is a liquid layer of iron and nickel, and the inner core is a solid, superhot ball of iron and nickel at the very center. The entire planet's mass is dominated by iron, around 35%, oxygen, around 30%, silicon 15%, and magnesium 13.9%. The average distance from the Earth to the Sun is approximately 150 million kilometers or 93 million miles. This distance is also known as 1 astronomical unit, a standard unit of measurement in astronomy. Because Earth's orbit is elliptical, the distance changes throughout the year, being closest in January called perihelion, and farthest in July called aphelion. The circumference of the Earth is approximately 40,075 kilometers, or 24,901 miles around the equator, and 40,008 kilometers, or 24,860 miles through the poles. Mars is the fourth planet from the Sun. It is also known as the Red Planet for its orange-red appearance and has two moons, Phobos and Deimos. Mars is a desert-like rocky planet with a tenuous atmosphere that is primarily carbon dioxide. The surface of Mars is a cold, dry, desert world covered in a reddish dust made of iron oxide. It features a stark contrast between the cratered highlands of the southern hemisphere and the smoother, flatter plains of the northern hemisphere. Key features include large volcanoes, a massive rift valley, seasonal polar ice caps, and evidence of ancient riverbeds and floods, although there is currently no liquid water on the surface. The atmosphere of Mars is very thin and is composed mainly of carbon dioxide, about 95.3%. It is too thin to breathe and offers little protection from solar radiation, leading to a cold, desert-like environment. The Martian atmosphere can experience dust storms and has unique weather patterns due to the lack of a protective magnetic field and the thin atmosphere's low thermal inertia. The average surface temperature on Mars is about -85 degrees Fahrenheit or -65 degrees Celsius, but temperatures fluctuate significantly, ranging from as low as -225 degrees Fahrenheit or -153 degrees Celsius at the winter poles, to as high as 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees Celsius on the day side in the summer. This wide range is due to Mars' elliptical orbit and its thin atmosphere, which doesn't trap heat effectively. Mars has 4 seasons similar to Earth's, but they are longer, and their length and intensity vary more due to the planet's more eccentric orbit, and a Martian year is nearly 2 Earth years. The southern hemisphere experiences hotter summers and colder, longer winters compared to the more temperate northern hemisphere. Jupiter, the giant, is the 5th planet from the Sun and the largest in the solar system. It is a gas giant with a mass nearly 2.5 times that of all the other planets in the solar system combined, and slightly less than 1,000th the mass of the Sun. Its diameter is 11 times that of Earth, and 1/10 that of the Sun. Jupiter has 95 moons that have been officially recognized by the International Astronomical Union. Jupiter's moons form a satellite system called the Jovian system. The most massive of the moons are the four Galilean moons, Io, Europa, Ganymede, and Callisto. Jupiter is a gas giant, primarily composed of hydrogen and helium, with no solid surface, and is known for its Great Red Spot, a massive, centuries-old storm. It has the fastest rotation, a day that lasts just under 10 hours. It takes Jupiter nearly 12 Earth years to complete one orbit around the Sun, and the strongest magnetic field of any planet. The planet also has faint rings and a gravity so strong that it protects Earth by pulling in comets and asteroids. Jupiter is both hot and cold, with the temperature depending on location. Its outer atmosphere is extremely cold, while its interior is incredibly hot. The visible cloud tops are about -110 degrees Celsius or -166 degrees Fahrenheit. However, the planet generates a significant amount of internal heat, and the pressure and temperature increase dramatically the deeper you go, with the core potentially reaching 24,000 degrees Celsius or 43,000 degrees Fahrenheit. Jupiter's atmosphere is characterized by swirling cloud stripes and powerful winds. It has powerful auroras, and are among the most intense in the solar system. Saturn, the magnificent giant, is the sixth planet from the Sun, and the second largest in the solar system, known for its prominent rings and gaseous composition, and one of the Jovian planets. The visible features of the planet are layers of clouds made of ammonia crystals, with a hazy yellow-brown color. It is a gas giant, made mostly of hydrogen and helium with no solid surface, with a diameter about 9 times that of Earth, but with an average density lower than water, meaning it would float in water. Saturn orbits the Sun approximately every 29.5 Earth years, and has a solar day of about 10.5 hours. Saturn is visible to the naked eye, appearing as a bright, yellowish star-like point of light, and is famous for its stunning ring system, which is visible even with small telescopes. Saturn has 274 moons, with 128 new ones, officially recognized in March 2025, making it the planet with the most moons in our solar system. The majority of these new moons are small and irregular in orbit. Saturn has 8 large major moons. These are Mimas, Enceladus, Tethys, Dione, Rhea, Titan, Hyperion, and Iapetus. With the exception of Hyperion, all of them are spherical. Hyperion has a rather odd shape and resembles a sponge. Titan is the only moon known to have a dense atmosphere, seas and lakes of liquid methane and ethane. Enceladus is known for its ice volcanoes that spray jets of water into space. Saturn's atmosphere has extremely fast winds, reaching up to 1,100 miles per hour, which causes it to bulge at the equator and flatten at the poles. Saturn is not habitable due to its lack of a solid surface and extremely cold temperatures, though some of its moons may potentially support life. Uranus is the 7th planet from the Sun, and is an ice giant known for its unique sideways tilted axis of rotation, extreme seasons, and blue-green color from methane gas. It has a radius about 4 times that of Earth, a diameter slightly larger than Neptune, but a lower mass, and is composed mainly of icy materials like water, methane, and ammonia, surrounding a small rocky core with no solid surface. Uranus has the 3rd largest diameter in our solar system, and it is very cold and windy. The planet's atmosphere is the coldest in the solar system, and it has a mean temperature of minus 320 degrees Fahrenheit, or minus 195 degrees Celsius. Uranus rotates at a nearly 90-degree angle from the plane of its orbit, and it is often called as the sideways planet. Uranus has 28 known moons, many of which are named after characters from English literature, and largest of the 5 being Titania, Oberon, Ariel, Umbriel, and Miranda. The atmosphere of the planet is primarily composed of hydrogen, helium, and methane. A year on Uranus is equal to 84 Earth years, and 1 day on Uranus lasts about 17 hours and 14 minutes. Like Venus, Uranus has a retrograde rotation, spinning in the opposite direction of most other planets. Due to its extreme axial tilt, Uranus experiences unique seasons, where each of its poles has 42 years of continuous daylight, followed by 42 years of continuous darkness, as it orbits the Sun, and it has an average distance of 19.2 astronomical units from the Sun. It was the first planet to be discovered with a telescope in 1781 by astronomer William Herschel, completely by accident. Scientists say it actually rains diamonds on Uranus and Neptune. Neptune is the 8th and farthest known planet from the Sun, a cold, dark, and incredibly windy gas giant, notable for its deep blue color, caused by methane in its atmosphere. It is named after the Roman god of the sea and is the 4th largest and 3rd most massive planet in our solar system. Neptune was the first planet to be discovered through mathematical prediction, a remarkable feat of physics in 1846. Neptune orbits the Sun once every 165 Earth years, and is almost 30 times farther from the Sun than Earth is, which is approximately 4.5 billion kilometers or 2.8 billion miles. It is the smallest of the gas giant planets or ice giants, but is the densest, with a mass about 17 times that of Earth. The planet is made of a thick fluid of icy materials, water, ammonia, and methane, over a rocky core. The atmosphere is primarily hydrogen, helium, and methane. Neptune experiences the strongest winds in the solar system, with speeds exceeding 1,200 miles per hour. The planet has at least 16 known moons, and the largest moon is Triton, a massive, icy body with a diameter of about 2,700 kilometers. The second and third largest moons are Proteus and Nereid, respectively. Triton is unique because it has a retrograde orbit, meaning it orbits Neptune in the opposite direction to the planet's rotation, and is likely a captured object from the Kuiper belt. Just like Uranus, Neptune also has faint rings, but are a mixture of dark, reddish particles with a higher dust content. Rings of both the Uranus and Neptune are thought to be relatively young, and likely formed from the breakup of one or more of their inner moons. The asteroid belt is a torus-shaped region in the solar system, located between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter, that contains a large number of rocky and metallic bodies, called asteroids. It is mostly empty space, and is believed to be composed of remnants from the solar system's formation about 4.6 billion years ago, which failed to coalesce into a planet due to Jupiter's gravitational influence. Some theories suggest that the belt could be remnants of a destroyed planet. The distance between asteroids is so vast that they would be difficult to see from one to another. Jupiter's gravity creates gaps in the belt, called Kirkwood gaps, where asteroids are less likely to exist due to orbital resonance. It is made up of countless asteroids, also known as minor planets, which are solid, irregular-shaped bodies. The largest asteroid is Ceres, a dwarf planet with a diameter of 620 miles. Despite the large number of objects, their total mass is only about 4% of Earth's moon. Collisions between asteroids are common, and produce fragments. It is believed that 99.8% of meteorites on Earth originated from the asteroid belt. The asteroid belt doesn't have a purpose, but serves as a crucial scientific resource that protects inner planets and helps us understand solar system formation and potentially aids future space exploration. It acts as a protective barrier with Jupiter's gravity, preventing many objects from reaching the inner planets, while the asteroids themselves provide insight into the early solar system, delivering water and organic compounds to Earth, and potentially containing resources for future missions. Some theories suggest asteroids delivered water and organic compounds to the early Earth, which may have contributed to the origin of life. The Kuiper belt is a donut-shaped region of icy objects beyond Neptune's orbit, home to dwarf planets like Pluto, Eris, Makemake, Haumea, and many smaller bodies called Kuiper belt objects. Collisions between Kuiper belt objects can send objects into the inner solar system to become comets. It is a remnant from the early solar system, is the source of many short-period comets, and extends to about 50 astronomical units from the Sun, and it is 20 times wider and 20 to 200 times more massive than the asteroid belt. While it contains many icy bodies, it does not have a solid atmosphere, but some Kuiper belt objects have moons, or are binaries. Astronomer Gerard Kuiper predicted its existence in 1951, and the first object was directly discovered in 1992 by David Jewitt and Jane Liu. The Kuiper belt itself does not have a solid atmosphere because it is a region of space, not a planet. Some Kuiper belt objects like Pluto have their own tenuous atmospheres that can change with their distance from the Sun. When comparing Kuiper belt and asteroid belt, the Kuiper belt is a large, frigid region of icy bodies beyond Neptune, while the asteroid belt is a smaller, warmer ring of rocky and metallic objects between Mars and Jupiter. Key distinctions include composition, icy versus rocky, location, beyond Neptune versus between Mars and Jupiter, and size, much larger and more massive than the asteroid belt. Following an analysis of the orbits of bodies in the Kuiper belt, a team has proposed that an unseen planet, at least 25 times more massive than Pluto, might reside there, but more studies are required. I hope this video helped everyone to have a better understanding of solar system, its members, and the visitors. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to my channel for more videos. Thanks again.